A couple months ago, guys, I made a creepypasta video where I read a creepypasta that I made up. And I didn't really read it. I just thought of it and I just started remembering it. But this is another creepypasta I made up. It's called Mr. Hand. It's about this spirit of a dead guy thingy, and I hope you guys like it. And I'm going to be reading it. So, a few months ago, I was listening to some creepypastas. By the way, this isn't true, obviously. And I came across one titled Mr. Hand. I researched it for about an hour and found out that it was actually a real urban legend. And its real name is Dominus Manu, which is Latin for Mr. Hand. He is tall. He is as tall as two slender men on top of each other, and has 10 hands with nails that are sharper than razor blades. On top of that, he has the smile creepier than a man in a white van that says free candy on the side of it. No one is really quite sure who or what Dominus Manu is, but he is said to be the spirit of a murderer that killed himself in the year 643 in a small village. His name is Dabria, which means angel of death. Anyway, a few days after that, I was at work, and my wife called me and told me that she was pregnant. I immediately ran and told my boss, and I asked him if I could go home earlier. Where am I? If I could go home early, and he said I could. I was extremely happy for the rest of the day, but as I was driving home, the radio in my car was acting up. All I could hear was static. Then the window busted, and a giant hand with fingernails sharper than razor blades grabbed the steering wheel and swerved off the road. The airbag blew up in my face as the car flipped and turned over. It was like being inside of a washing machine. I suffered major brain injuries and broke both legs and sprained my ankle. I almost drowned in my own blood. The car nearly exploded, but I survived. All I remember was being airlifted to the nearest hospital. Then I woke up in a doctor's bed and was told I was at the hospital for 5 months. I had about 126 stitches, and that's the story of how I met Dominus Manu.